I think everybody has had this experience where you're having a nice, comfortable evening, relaxing and doing something that you enjoy doing. And then all of a sudden, something happens that is totally out of your control that completely disrupts your happy, relaxing activity and force you to do stuff in order to put out fires that you did not start. So right now it's right around 2:30 a.m. on Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. And while I was lying on this bed quietly about an hour and a half ago, I realized that there are mice in this unit. And the mice were literally moving things around somewhere around this bed where there is no food. I don't keep any barrels of sugar or dried fruit under my bed. I keep Tupperware plastic containers like this one with papers in them. This is all papers. It's basically just office supplies and papers. And yet the mice are literally rattling under my bed. You know it's mice because they keep rattling and moving things around under the baseboards. And there hasn't been any heat in this baseboards for months. Prior to February 4th, that was the last time there was any heat in these baseboards because the Greenville group are completely incapable of providing functioning heat in this unit. And there's an extensive history of code violation citations and criminal lawsuits against the Greenville group, brought against the Greenville group by the city of Boston for Greenville's refusal to provide functioning heat in this unit. And the result is that these baseboards are permanently cold, and the rodents that like to move from one unit to the next run along the pipes that are underneath these louvers and use the pipes like superhighways from one unit to the next, and then you can hear them running around. They also like to shred papers wherever they find them, and I've had to get up from my bed, move everything around, and sweep this entire floor because all of a sudden there were shredded papers and signs of mouse droppings all over this floor. So that's not me being weird. That is me having to clean my apartment at 2:30 in the morning because all of a sudden a bunch of rodents showed up that were not there a few hours ago and that were not there a few days ago. I don't even know where these mice are coming from. Where the hell are these mice coming from? They were not here yesterday. They were not here 2 days ago. They were not here 5 days ago. But all of a sudden tonight, there's like a convention of rodents under my bed. And when you're lying on your bed and all of a sudden you realize you've got company and the company has 4 legs and tails, and it's not the demon psycho trash that likes to sit in the bathroom behind this wall. That piece of shit has a tail too. But last time I checked, it only has 2 legs and it smokes like a disgusting fiend and goes by the name of Irizarry. Pedophile, sex offender, pig. Pigs, you know, they don't have long tails, but mice do. And so there's a bunch of mice under my bed that like to shred things within just a few hours. And all of a sudden there's shreddings all over the floor and droppings. And you can hear the little rattling that they make against these baseboards when they're running up and down the baseboards from the bathroom of 78. It's always weird that the mice start over in this corner and then they migrate over to the corner behind my bed. So when you're lying on your bed and you know there's something going on underneath your bed that does not involve your neighbor below, but involves little creatures with 4 paws and a long tail, then you have to get up and start cleaning. I am exhausted. I've had to have like 2 cups of Coke and a cup of coffee in order to clean this place at 2 a.m, and I have to be somewhere tomorrow. But, you know, the Greenville group are such miserable haters, along with the psycho trash, sex offender, no life, low life, BLM career thugs that they cram in large numbers in this building complex, that as soon as I go out into that hallway and start shaking out my blanket and my sheets, because that's where the mice like to hang out. They like to go in warm places where you have blankets and things where they can start building nests. As soon as I go out there, the stupid Greenville staff are going to say, oh, she's crazy. She cleans her apartment at 2 a.m. Well, I do, but not because I want to, not because I feel like it, and not because I have some kind of weird compulsion. It's because there are rodents in this unit that the Greenville Group refused to address and have permitted to flourish on the 4th floor of the 5 Union Avenue building for months. They were actually cited for a cockroach and rodent infestation in this unit 6 months ago, and apparently the mice never really left. They went on vacation to Unit 78 somewhere, and then now they've just come back, running right along this pipe and then hanging out under my bed for the first time in a few months, just a couple of hours ago, while I happened to be lying there watching a movie and enjoying my evening. So when the stupid staff of this building complex claimed